My hello there. I'm back. My hello there. I'm back. Let's talk about 5 ways to get a job at a AAA gaming studio. So by AAA, I mean big companies like Bungie or Bethesda or Electronic Arts or anything like that. Now, this isn't a perfect exhaustive list, but it's certainly going to help if that's the direction you want to go in. Number 1, you want to make sure you network in the industry. And I know I've said this 1,000 times before, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. If no one knows you exist, then you're not going to get any work. No matter how good you are, if you just disappear from the planet, no one's gonna care. Now, when it comes to networking, if you're not in a big city that has a lot of game studios, you can still network online. Instagram being probably the greatest place to network online in terms of game development right now. But on top of that, you can also reach out to people who are already working in the field via email or Twitter or anything like that. Please, for the love of God, take my free courses on how to reach out to people and talk to them, because most people are really bad at this skill. Number 2, go beyond the standard demo reel. If the standard demo reel worked, then everyone would have a job. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Instead, yes, you do want to show off your skills and all that sort of good stuff, but on top of that, you want to show off what makes you unique. Can you program a little bit? Can you do implementation? Are you good at producing videos where you can narrate your process as you're doing it? Giving that demo reel just a little edge will push it so much that people will want to look at you and talk to you further. Number 3, when it comes to AAA specifically, they tend to prefer hiring people who are a little more specialized. Not always, but that tends to be the case. For example, you might be focused just on dialogue or just on implementation. Usually they call those people technical sound designers. Or you may be someone who does a little bit of everything, but you're more focused on creating assets. Figuring out what you want makes it easier for you to approach people and talk to them in the studio so you can ask them what they're looking for when they're hiring someone who does what you want. By the way, though, if you're a composer, then you're almost always going to have to freelance. It's extremely rare to have a position as an in-house composer at a AAA studio. It does exist, it totally does exist, but it's really rare, and you shouldn't count on it. Number 4, more often than not, these AAA studios are expecting some level of technical skills as well. So things like Wwise and FMOD are assumed things that you already know how to do, how to implement your sounds in a game. Now, I've said this before, these aren't the skills that are guaranteed to get you a job. Everyone thinks that learning Wwise or FMOD is the thing that's gonna get them a job. No, instead it's a minimum level of expectation. So don't expect that just learning these skills will guarantee you a job. No. You actually just need to learn them so you can get your foot in the door. And number 5, you want to make sure that you're showing your work in some way, shape, or form. For example, if you don't exist on the internet at all, then it's really hard to get a bead on what you actually do. If you don't even have any sort of Instagram or Twitter or anything like that where you're showing what you're doing, your process, your work, anything like that, then it's pretty difficult to actually Google you and determine if you're even a good fit for the studio. Now, if you're a beginner in the industry, don't worry about that stuff. Go out there and just start networking. Don't wait till you have that stuff until you start networking. But if you are applying to AAA studios, having some sort of presence is extremely helpful. It's not the be-all end-all, but having something out there, maybe you have courses, books, tutorials, YouTube videos, blogs, anything, even small videos of you showing off how you do what you do, that stuff can really impress a potential employer. Now, each of these 5 points have a ton of nuance, and it isn't everything you need to know to work in AAA games. So that's why I have 2 free courses for anyone who wants them, who actually wants a career in the game industry as a creative professional, whether freelance or AAA or somewhere in between. So sign up for those in the link below or in the kind of overlay that's happening right now, and I'll see you inside. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.